Welcome to Smackdown, where Survivor Series is less than 3 weeks away. This is good old JR Jim Ross alongside my Hall of Fame compadre, Jerry the King Lawler. We're at ringside, and the champion is in action tonight, folks.
And this might be a non-title match, but the champ better give it everything he's got.
You can say that again. His opponent is in consideration for Raw's Survivor Series team.
And there's no better way to evaluate a superstar than to put him in there against the champ.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Charlotte, North Carolina, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
And this man just might be the very best in the business. His preparation for Survivor Series begins here tonight.
And he'd better be ready, because SmackDown is going to be at Survivor Series 2, and everyone's counting on him to blow them out of the water.
Welcome to Raw, coming to you from the land of the Razorbacks, Little Rock, Arkansas. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
Little Rock can't wait to see the Raw superstars. This show's been sold out for weeks.
These Little Rock fans know that Raw never disappoints, and tonight is no exception. I can't wait to get started.
He countered that one perfectly. Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the divas.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And that's why I'm bringing the pitcher of ice water out here with me next time.
How can Shawn Michaels keep calling himself the Heartbreak Kid? Does he really think he's still breaking hearts at his age?
King, I'm sorely tempted to say something about the pot and the kettle. But instead, I'll say that I think Shawn Michaels is like a fine wine. He's only improved with age.
Oh, boy. Someone's going to be singing soprano after this one.
I think the medical staff had better get the ice packs ready right now.
Oh, boy. These fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want. He's tuning up the choir, and I think we all know what's next.
Sweet chin music. He just laid his opponent out cold.
A textbook reversal there.
I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home until this match is settled once and for all. I don't think his attempt to get this crowd on his side came off.
He's not trying to get the crowd on his side, JR. He's letting everyone know that he's going to win this one, whether they like it or not. He reversed it. You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find... Here he goes, up the turnbuckle. This could be really good or really bad. Flat on your back with your shoulders on the mat is no place to be.
3.
Who the hell let these riprap in?
He even brought the ECW champ. This might turn ugly fast.
No, no, no. We're just here to offer a little challenge. Since ECW is the most dominant brand of sports ever,
It's Mr. McMahon and the WWE champ.
Let me remind you that you are standing in my ring. That makes this ground zero, mister. But you know, your boldness has sparked in me a wonderful idea for Survivor Series. Now the main event will be a triple threat match between the WWE World Heavyweight and ECW champions.
Hey, champ, I bet you're not too happy that the chairman of World Wrestling Entertainment is backing your opponent at Survivor Series. Just wanted to let you know that not every member of the McMahon family feels that way. Listen, I'm going to inherit this company from my old man someday, right? So why should I wait for him to decide to retire? If he beat my father's favorite at Survivor Series, then maybe the great Vince McMahon will lose some of his appetite for the business. Listen, I've lined up someone who might be able to help you. He'll be giving you a call.
Survivor Series is less than 2 weeks away. Hello again, friends and neighbors. It's good old JR Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler. Yes are at ringside. And what a main event we have for you tonight. Raw versus Smackdown in a champ versus champion match.
And I'm glad the titles aren't on the line, because I'm not sure our champ has what it takes.
Well, aren't you big on the team spirit? I think the champ's going to do just fine.
Man, I hope you're right. This could get embarrassing in a hurry if he doesn't.
He's one of the greatest superstars in sports entertainment today, and he holds SmackDown's highest honor.
And you know he wouldn't come to Raw if he didn't think he had a shot at making our champ look second-rate.
He's proved himself time and again here on Raw. And this is the champion's opportunity to prove himself against SmackDown's finest.
Yeah, but remember, at Survivor Series, he'll face both SmackDown and ECW's champions. And all 3 titles will be on the line.
And it's been reversed.
It's like he read his opponent's mind.
Boy, Booker T will tell you how great he is until your dadgum ears fall off. And quite frankly, I'd rather see him put up or shut up.
What are you talking about, JR? He's a world heavyweight champion and a 5-time WCW champion.
Not to take anything away from Booker's accomplishments, but I've seen superstars with twice the credentials do half of both.
Hey, that's King Booker to you. Have a little respect for us royal types.
These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
That's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very... He's climbing up! I'm not so sure this is a good idea.
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one.
Look at Shawn Michaels. The future Hall of Famer has overcome so much adversity in his career. But the Heartbreak Kid's got more heart than anyone I've ever seen in this business.
You know, JR, HBK might be a living legend and all, but I wish he'd just keep his mouth shut and let his actions in the ring speak for him. He's never met a microphone he didn't like.
Michaels has impressed me more times than I can count, King. Even you have to admit that he's done a lot for this business.
Yeah, and the business has done a lot for him. Michaels tries to come off as a goody two-shoes, but when it comes right down to it, he's as much of an egotist as anyone else in the business.
He might be thinking of one of his favorite tunes.
No! Sweet chin music! I don't believe it! So, he's a 3 count away from a pinfall.
1, 2, 3. He was too happy with the reception he got here on Raw.
If he was thinking he was going to get anything else, he's delusional.
I'm sure he's not used to that sort of treatment on SmackDown.
Yeah? Well, I got news for him. This isn't SmackDown, and I couldn't be happier about that.
I think tonight only fueled his desire to emerge victorious at Survivor Series.
I just hope our champion feels the same way. Raw's got to come out on top at Survivor Series. We've just got to.
Congratulations on your victory, champ. But you can't count on getting that lucky again at Survivor Series. With my ECW champion involved in the match, are you sure you haven't bitten off more than you can chew?
Survivor Series is just 6 days away. Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler at ringside. And can you imagine the pressure our champion must be under?
Part of being the champ is dealing with the pressure, JR. But I don't envy him one bit.
A loss here tonight would rob him of momentum heading into Survivor Series.
But if he puts too much into tonight's match, he might not have enough left in the tank Sunday. Talk about your rock in a hard place.
The ECW champion is perfectly at home in this Extreme Rules match, where anything goes and everything is legal.
And to make matters worse, Raw's championship is on the line. We could lose it before we even get to Survivor Series.
The champion agreed to this Extreme Rules championship match in order to forge an alliance with the ECW champion at Survivor Series.
Yeah, but the ECW championship isn't on the line. And if our guy loses, he can kiss his title and his Survivor Series spot goodbye. You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the... He went straight for the pin. No flies for him. performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Wow! Stealing your opponent's finishing move definitely sends a message. If any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body can only absorb so much punishment.
A reversal. Can he capitalize on it?
Here's the pin. Could this be it?
1, 2, 3. And there you have it. The champ has successfully retained his title.
That match was probably the most nerve-wracking moment of my life, JR.
He took a huge risk. He could have lost his chance to represent Raw in the Survivor Series main event.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact that we could have lost our championship to ECW.
Fortunately, neither one of those outcomes came to pass.
And that's a good thing, because I don't think the locker room would have ever forgiven him.
And now Raw has ECW as an ally in the main event at Survivor Series.
Yeah, if ECW can be trusted, which for the record I highly doubt.
Damn it! I just had this car detailed. So you think you're too good to defend your championship against my champion? Is that it? I hate one-sided conversations. Now, I gotta go get my car waxed, so I'll get my friend here to help you up. Did you really have to plow him into my car again? Oh, never mind.
What were you thinking, turning down ECW's offer? Do you know what I had to go through to set that up? You better get the job done at Survivor Series, or I swear I will make your life a living hell.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Richmond, Virginia, Mickey James. And the opponent, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Candice Michelle.
A big bienvenue to our fans around the world from Montreal, Quebec. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
And folks, let me assure you that tonight's show is a lot better than JR's French.
Jeez. Well, there's no question of that, King. These Montreal fans are ready to get started, and so am I. So what are we waiting for? You know, King, I'm not sure that Candice is all there most of the time. She seems a little, well, spacey to me.
That makes sense, JR. I think her ring attire might have been made on the moon, because her body is out of this world.
You know, just when I think you can't embarrass me any further, you somehow find a way.
Oh, come on, JR. You know you love it. And I know I love watching Candice in action. If any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body can only absorb so much punishment.
And it's been reversed.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks. You got to respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more. And there's the cover. I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
God bless the First Amendment, JR. I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home until this match is settled once and for all.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what goes on inside. And without them, we'd all be out of a job. That went nowhere. Excellent counter. What ring presence.
Man, is there even going to be anything?
You're putting a lot on the line when you climb that turnbuckle.
Oh boy, these top rope moves can go either way.
I certainly question some of Candace's techniques from time to time, but there's no denying that she's got a fierce competitive spirit and some serious athletic ability.
Not to mention an incredible pair of legs. I wonder what time they open. You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No. Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker.
What? I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King.
Oh, man. I think she's got an opportunity to win this match here.
Oh, man. She got all of that mitt kick, King.
1, 2, 3.
You can look at any professional...
The following contest is a six-man elimination tag team match. On the way to the ring, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 260 pounds, Triple H. From Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 225 pounds, Matt Hardy. The Sandman. And the opponent, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 241 pounds, Edge. From Smithfield, North Carolina, weighing in at 215 pounds, Gregory Helms. From Nesquehoning, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 300 pounds, Snitsky.
A big bienvenue to our fans around the world from Montreal, Quebec. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Law.
And folks, let me assure you that tonight's show is a lot better than JR's French. Jeez.
Well, there's no question of that, King. These Montreal fans are ready to get started, and so am I. So what are we waiting for?
You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other. Would you look at that? A blitz, and here's the pin. He's a slippery devil.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's gonna go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Oh, no! Everybody in this arena knows what's coming next.
The pedigree! The pedigree! Oh, there's the pin!
1, 2, 3.
No! No! How can he went straight for the pin. No flies on him. Oh!
Scariest thing. Whoops! There goes the referee.
Oh, man! And now there's no one to keep order in this matchup.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No. Go ahead and say it, JR. Looks like they got the tag, JR. If any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body can only absorb so much punishment. Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their path are going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beat like when you're in the middle of a slobber knock. And if you don't have the guts to stick around, you might run like a scalded dog with a case of the liver tape.
All right, enough. I'm getting a translator before I have to come out here with you again.
It looks like he's taking advantage of his dazed opponent.
No doubt about it, JR. Man, what a huge DDT that was. Watch out. He reversed it. His opponent telegraphed that one.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You got to keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves. This could be a pinfall. Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? I think he's got some big plans, JR. Look at this.
He sure is. And boy, he came through big time with that twist of fate.
1, 2.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King.
There he goes, JR. He's been busted open. Look at all of that blood.
Would you at least try and not sound so gleeful, King? This is serious.
You're darn right it's serious, JR. It's deadly serious. All's fair in love and war, and this is definitely a war.
1.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself if it's all the same to you, King.
I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the fact that they might lose.
I'm sure they have. That's not the kind of attitude you come in with, and his opponent's down, and now he's sharing a piece of his mind.
He's going to have to eat those words by the end of this match, JR. These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks.
It doesn't appear that Edge is getting much love from this crowd tonight, and who can blame them? They're certainly not getting much from Edge.
That's not true, JR. I'm sure this arena is just full of edgeheads tonight. You might not hear them cheering, but that's probably because they're in awe of the fact that they're watching their favorite superstar.
Or maybe it's because the Edgeheads turned on Edge right about the same time he turned on them, King. I think they do a pretty good job of making themselves heard, but with those boos instead of cheers now.
He saw that one coming. I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat.
Oh! This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between...
I don't know if his opponent has what it takes to kick out.
2, 3.
A reversal. Can he capitalize on it? I cannot express how much...
Did they get the tag? Yes!
I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before tonight's show, but I don't think that's it, King. A textbook reversal there.
I was sorry to see Gregory Helms leave Raw, but there's no denying that it was the right career move for him. You've seen the way he's completely dominated SmackDown's cruiserweight division, JR.
Oh, no! The referee's been knocked out! This can't be good!
Are you kidding? Now anything goes. It doesn't get any better than that, JR.
You've got to ask yourself, how much punishment will these superstars be able to withstand tonight?
I don't know, JR, but I think they're pretty intent on finding out.
They certainly are. I don't know how it's going to end, but I can guarantee you they're going to leave it all in the ring. The Sandman might not be to everyone's liking, but you have to respect the man's accomplishments in ECW.
I don't see how anyone can admire.
He's looking to put an exclamation point on this match.
And that White Russian leg sweep is a heck of a way to do it.
I don't know how the WWE or the American Dental Association can allow a monster like Snitsky to compete.
Simple. A monster like Snitsky makes the rest of the roster kick it up a notch. You can't just go through the motions when you're in a match with a guy who wants to rip your head off.
You might be right, but I have to wonder if the risk is worth the reward.
You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week. He could put his opponent away right here.
That White Russian leg sweep just might do it, too. Here's the cover, JR.
1, 2, 3.
I tell you, JR.
The following contest is a first blood match. On the way to the ring, from Washington, D.C., weighing in at 317 pounds, Batista. And the opponent, from Silsbee, Texas, weighing in at 380 pounds, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
A big bienvenue to our fans around the world from Montreal, Quebec. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
And folks, let me assure you that tonight's show is a lot better than JR's French. Jeez.
Well, there's no question of that, King. These Montreal fans are ready to get started, and so am I. So what are we waiting for?
I'm so disgusted with Batista, JR. He could have stayed with Triple H and Ric Flair in Evolution and continued to ride the coattails of two of the greatest legends in this business. Instead, he threw it all away.
What are you talking about, King? Batista never rode anyone's coattails. He's his own man. He earned his spot. And Flair and Triple H are two of the greats, no doubt about it. But Batista proved he's at their level when he beat Triple H for the World Heavyweight title. For the life of me, I'll never understand why Mark Henry resorts to such brutal tactics. He's already the world's strongest man. For goodness sakes, what's he got left to prove?
Oh, here we go. What a jerk. How about continuing the match?
I don't think he's in any hurry to end this one, King. And I don't think the crowd wants it to end either.
It's like he read his opponent's mind.
Oh, boy. He's a slippery devil. Excellent counter. What ring presence.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than one superstar taken out here on a stretcher.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No. Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker. What a phenomenon is the animal Batista. You talk about a force of nature, you're looking at him right there.
Force of nature? More like freak of nature, if you ask me. The fact that Batista even considers himself a main eventer is ridiculous.
He's a multiple-time heavyweight champion, King. In my book, once you wear that title around your waist, you've made it in this business.
Come on, JR. Haven't you ever heard of a fluke champion? Batista got lucky. You don't get into the Hall of Fame for being lucky.
No, you don't. And you don't get there on a fluke. But Batista's the real deal. And that's why it wouldn't surprise me one bit to see him inducted after a long and distinguished career. Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring. I love watching Mark Henry wrestle. No one else in this business can take an opponent apart the way he can.
You say that like it's a good thing. I wish Henry would focus more on winning matches. Oh, no. That last shot busted him open.
The following contest is a six-man elimination tag team match. On the way to the ring, from Charlotte, North Carolina, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. From Death Valley, weighing in at 305 pounds, The Undertaker. From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 220 pounds, CM Punk. And the opponent, from the Caribbean, weighing 230 pounds, Carlito. From New York City, weighing in at 297 pounds, JBL. From Jacksonville, Florida, weighing in at 230 pounds, Elijah Burke.
A big bienvenue to our fans around the world from Montreal, Quebec. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
And folks, let me assure you that tonight's show is a lot better than JR's French. Sheesh.
Well, there's no question of that, King. These Montreal fans are ready to get started, and so am I. So what are we waiting for?
You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these super. Flat on your back with your shoulders on the mat is no place to be.
Is there any superstar in WWE who can go toe-to-toe with that man, The Undertaker? I don't think there is.
Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? There's no way The Undertaker's gonna win this match. Just look at him.
Oh, I am, King. I'm looking at one of the most awesome forces I've ever seen in a WWE ring. And I think the dead man's going to remind everyone tonight why they call him the Phenom. Boy, JBL sure is a piece of work. He's got every advantage in the world. Money, talent, athletic ability, and it's still not enough for him.
That's what makes JBL so great, JR. He never sits back and rests on his laurels. He's always setting his sights higher.
And I have no problem with that. That's it. He's climbing up. I'm not so sure this is a good idea. You know, King, CM Punk certainly has his...
Looks like someone's heading for the high rent district. Did you know that Elijah Burke used to be a boxer before he came to WWE?
I sure did. And what a fighter he was. Reportedly, he's tagged in his partner.
There's the reversal. I can't believe he countered that one.
Would you look at that? A blink. This could be a pinfall.
1,
He's taking every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more.
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, JR, he's a shoo-in for second place. Ugh. I don't get it, JR. Whenever most superstars cheat, you're all over them. But whenever Flair does it, you turn a blind eye.
Hey, I'm not oblivious to the Nature Boy's casual relationship with the rules. But it's a little late in the game, though, that this sucker's going to change his spots. I've had many opportunities to see Carlito up close and in person. And I have to tell you, I'm impressed with what this kid brings to the table.
What's that exactly? A bunch of half-chewed apples? What's so cool about that?
I tell you what's cool, King, and that's the charisma and athletic ability of this second-generation superstar.
Sorry, JR, but I just don't see it. Maybe they'll get it right with the third generation.
These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night.
Oh, my! Looks like someone's been busted wide open. This can't be good.
You're right. It's not good. It's great. They're not holding anything.
We knew these superstars weren't going to be easy on each other, but this is too much. Boy, what a match. He's got the leg. We've seen this before.
There he goes, JR. He's got that figure four locked in. He's got to snap that leg like a twig. These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars... Here's the cover, JR.
1, 2.
Is it just me, or does the dead man seem a little off tonight?
I don't know what match you're watching, King, but the dead man looks as good tonight as when he first appeared in the WWE.
I'm not sure if it's your eyes or your brain that shot JR, but that's ridiculous. The Undertaker should quit now, while he can still retire with some dignity.
JBL's a fine...
He could pin him right here, JR.
1, 2.
What an incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Did you expect anything less, JR? I mean, look who's in the ring right now.
No, I didn't, King. I had high expectations, and I'm happy to say that this match has exceeded them all. We're seeing another phenomenal performance here by the straight-edge extremist, CM Punk.
So hold on. What does straight edge mean exactly?
It means that Punk has decided to enjoy life without the use of drugs or alcohol, King. And it's a choice I respect for him.
Wow, I never thought me and CM Punk would have anything in common. All's fair in love and war, JR. And I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action.
Elijah Burke had 102 knockouts as a boxer before he came to WWE. 102!
And it would have been 103. But after knocking his opponent out, he was disqualified for not going to a neutral corner.
If any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body can only absorb so much punishment. So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself. It's all the same to you, King.
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one. You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves.
Look at that! He's busted wide open! This is great!
I don't know what's so great about watching a human being brutalized like this.
Come on, JR. You know this isn't ballet. He reversed it.
This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come close to the excitement of seeing the Raw superstars perform live. My God, would you look at the power of this superstar?
Here we go. Tombstone pile driver.
And there's the cover.
1, 2, 3.
Uh-oh. Come on. You got to stop this guy before he really gets going. Looks like he's tagging in his partner.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. You talk about a house of fire. You're seeing it right here.
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to end well. What a counter!
He countered that and made it look easy.
I talked to these superstars backstage before the match, and I don't think I've ever seen competitors so ready to get it on.
And that's coming through loud and clear here tonight in this match. They're not taking it easy on each other either.
Climbing up the turnbuckle isn't bad. It's all the ways you could come down that hurt.
And it's been reversed. I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You got to keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than one superstar taken out of here on a stretcher. These superstars are in terrific shape, and that... No! No! How can the referee allow something like that?
Come on, JR. You know that the referee's health plan doesn't include vision. Ugh.
I'll be honest with you, King. This is not the way I thought this match would go at all.
Me neither, JR. I guess that just goes to show that anything can happen in the WWE.
I think you hit the nail right on the head, King. And it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths are going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beat like when you're in the middle of a slobber knocker. And if you don't have the guts to stick around, you might run like a scalded dog with a case of the liver tape.
All right, enough. I'm getting a translator before I have to come out here with you again. Watch out! He reversed it! Boy, the Nature Boy doesn't let anything stand in his way, including the rules.
Well, when you get into the ring against a man who calls himself the dirtiest player in the game, you should know what you're getting into.
I think he's looking to finish this one off.
Well, that Anaconda Vice is a heck of a way to do it. Many a superstar has fallen victim to that one. Raw, Smackdown, and ECW welcome you to Survivor Series.
And our champ's got his work cut out for him tonight.
A triple threat match between all three of WWE's champions. The titles are all on the line.
I hope our champion knows what he's getting into tonight.
It's the biggest main event in WWE history, and it's live on pay-per-view. He's the best that SmackDown has to offer, and he gave our champion a run for his money a couple of weeks ago.
And I'm sure he studied the tapes of that match over and over. I hope our champion did the same thing.
The ECW champion is one of the most powerful, most dangerous superstars to ever set foot in a WWE ring.
And I might not have any respect for ECW, but you've got to respect this man's power and ability.
This is the biggest match of the champion's career. All 3 championships are on the line. Whoever loses the match loses his title to the superstar who beats him.
And it's not enough for him just to not lose the championship tonight. The Raw fans want him to take someone's title home with him.
A big bienvenue to our fans around the world from Montreal, Quebec. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
And folks, let me assure you that tonight's show is a lot better than JR's French. Sheesh.
Well, there's no question of that, King. These Montreal fans are ready to get started, and so am I. So what are we waiting for? Excellent counter. What ring presence.
Uh-oh. Looks like he's got a song he wants to play for his opponent.
Sweet chin music. That's a toe tapper, all right. This is Raw action at its finest. That's why he might be thinking of one of his favorite tunes.
No! Sweet chin music! I don't believe it! He's a 3 count away from a pinfall!
1, 2, 3.
He put Smackdown in its place, that's for sure, and he's walking out with their championship.
And perhaps more importantly, he managed to retain his own championship at the same time.
You'd have to go to Fort Knox to see that much gold in one place, JR.
What a historic night for Raw and its fans. An absolutely amazing performance by the most dominant superstar in sports entertainment today.
Nice work, champ. Man, that went perfectly. I knew you were the right guy for the job. I'm keeping you in mind for similar situations in the future. Stick with me, and I'll make it worth your while.
champ. How come you haven't returned any of my calls since Survivor Series? I know that there's some heat and, some tension between us, but business is business. And I hate leaving money on the table. But if that's the way you want it...
You're so lucky you've got a partner to blame for the match you're about to lose. Not only am I going to prove that I should be the #1 contender, I'm going to prove that I should be wearing championship gold again, not you.